Hey friends, welcome to Everyday Family Adventure. I'm Trent.
And I'm Siobhan.
And we are so sorry we've left you hanging for so long.
Totally left you hanging.
But we are finally here in Ludington, Michigan. We've just taken a couple days to get settled in and relax, on top of the fact that we just kind of, you hit that wall where you can do lots of vlogs and you can travel a lot and do lots of things, and then eventually all those things start to get away from you and you can't do it all.
Well, we physically couldn't do it though. That was the thing. Our trip was crazy.
Insane.
Like, so we were boondocking, so we didn't have any hookup to power. On top of that, as we told you before, our generator wasn't working, which I think we've gotten that fixed.
We think we fixed it. I haven't tested
it.
We'll tell you in that episode tomorrow.
Yeah. So we had no power source other than our engine. So during the day we could drive and it would charge our batteries and things like that. But whenever we were stopped, we couldn't use any kind of electronics. So we couldn't actually edit the vlog or anything. On top of that, we went for days without showers. We were driving for
well, and then you get into like middle of North Dakota, middle of Montana, and there's no service either. So
no service.
Just some realities to
It was hot. We did meet up with a couple of our subscribers, and I felt so bad because when we get there, we're all like just grubby and sweaty,
yeah.
And we could even do dishes because we had no water. We ran out of water at one point.
So anyways, having said all of that, today we wanted to just kind of show you a little bit about our trip, our very long trip from Glacier all the way to Michigan, and farther. It's quite far up in Michigan too. We're in Ludington, Michigan, so that's right across, pretty much across Lake Michigan from Milwaukee. And so what we did is we just got going down the road. The plan was to go and to take some time maybe in the middle of the day and see some things, and boy did we saw some really great things, and we were so grateful for it. We
totally stumbled on a national park,
the Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and this is, I think, a little hidden gem in North Dakota that I would say most people wouldn't know about, because you kind of either go, if you're heading west or heading east, you kind of go to Yellowstone or to Glacier. And once you've hit Glacier, you're kind of like, okay, let's keep going.
Yeah.
But this would definitely be between, if you're heading from Glacier over to Billings, not Billings, Glacier over to Bismarck.
Bismarck, North Dakota, yeah.
And it was awesome. We had such a great time. So we wanted to show you a few clips from our time there at Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Everybody's doing the exercise. We gotta listen very quietly. Put your hands up in the air. Okay, we're gonna listen and we're gonna see if we can hear sounds. Close your eyes and lift up a finger once you hear a sound.
How many birdies did you hear? I heard one.
You heard a birdie? I heard lots of birdies.
So we're hanging out here at Theodore Roosevelt National Park today, and we're on the Painted Canyon Trail. This is actually so good. It's kind of right on the border of North Dakota and Montana, and the boys are having a great time. I'm having a great time. This is a perfect hike for the kids. Super chill, super relaxing, not too many people around. I love it. It's really cool.
Thing about it, there's nobody here.
That's what I was saying. I love that. Okay, we are hanging out at Theodore Roosevelt National Park. We're gonna do our 360 Trent. Siobhan. Ready?
Here you go.
Here we go. And there's ants down there.
Ants, oh no! road trips like that, multiple days where we're just driving, we kind of like to leave our schedule open. We don't make our daily destinations set in stone.
Right.
And so it's nice when we stumble upon awesome things like national parks. And,
and that was such a great
sometimes
surprise.
like roadside things are fun.
Yeah.
We did come across another special place along the road that we decided to stop off on, and we'll tell you about tomorrow.
Yeah.
But another thing that we like to do to just keep things from going crazy when we're having long road trips is to keep the boys busy. We like to do a ticket system. And
this is something we did like 3 years ago when we made our big long trek from Michigan to Bend, Oregon. This long trip was from pretty much like Washington all the way
to
Michigan.
So it was something like 34 hours in total.
Yeah, and so we thought like it'd be a good opportunity to kind of maybe just show you guys like how to travel with kids for a long distance, because you can't
and not go crazy.
And you can't watch TV all the time. You can't just give them like an iPod to play video games the whole time. It's terrible. You have to kind of find ways to keep them active and teach and
so we'll stop, see national parks, state parks, anything like that we find along the way. But we also do tickets, and I will go to Walmart and buy rolls of tickets like this, and every half an hour that they don't complain or argue or ask me if we're there yet or ask how much longer it's gonna be, they will get a ticket. The red tickets I do for that. The blue tickets they got for doing schoolwork, and it wasn't their regular schoolwork, it was something new, because regular schoolwork they won't do it. They'll get bored of it. But what I did at the beginning of the trip is I went and got them each a special book from Walmart. For Camden, who's 11 and a half, I got him something a little more schoolish. This one's
totally
everything you need to ace science in one big fat notebook. And it's just a lot of fun science stuff, and so he really enjoyed that.
He loved it. He was filling it up.
Yeah. For Bennett, I got math for Minecrafters. He's really good at math, but he gets bored with it. And so I figured that for him, he loves Minecraft. So it was something that really kept his attention. And then for the little ones, we did these like highlights, hidden pictures books.
Yeah, that was like they loved those.
And some of them are stickers and some of them are just circling the hidden pictures. And so that just keeps them busy with stuff other than movies. We will do movies. We will, like, every once in a while, okay, we're gonna watch a 2-hour movie. Usually that's at the end of the day when everybody's just kind of exhausted and tired and we just want to quiet and settle down because we're gonna be getting somewhere in the next couple hours and going to bed. So when they do their booklets, they will get blue tickets, and when they behave, they will get red tickets.
And Graham and Wrigley got blue tickets for taking naps.
Blue tickets for naps, yes. You don't want your ticket, Graham?
I was just taking a nap.
Okay, go ahead and take a nap. And then at the end of the drive day, we will do a prize bag. Now, the first time we did this kind of thing on our trip to Oregon from Michigan, we had, every time we would stop at a gas station. And this, we were traveling in a minivan, so it was kind of different. But we would let them get out at the gas station and spend their tickets at the gas station on candy or snacks or drinks. Each ticket had a different money value. And so they really enjoyed that. This time, we waited to the end of the day and we had a prize bag. And we were so blessed because when we were in Montana and we were being hosted by Lynn, I think she has the same kind of mommy mind as me, because she had this huge sack, like a Santa Claus sack, filled with toys and snacks and fun things for the kids. And she gave that to us. And so I didn't even have to go get prizes or anything, and it worked perfect for this particular trip because we're in the motorhome. We stop way less than we would in our minivan. We don't have to get gas very often. Pretty much we only have to stop when he has to go to the bathroom.
When I have to use the restroom, yeah.
So at the end of the drive day, they would collect all their tickets, and we would go through the prize bag, and they would get to spend their tickets on different prizes in the bag. And so that is really how we keep our kids busy on long road trips, because it's hard for them, you know. It's hard to sit still for hours and hours. And we don't let our kids get up and walk around the cabin unless they have to go to the bathroom or something like that.
And we don't let them watch movies the whole time or play video games the whole time. We want them to be active and learning with their mind. You know, your imagination can still do awesome things while you're driving. And
you can do anything with these tickets. For instance, the first night, I put a goal for them to reach. I said, if you guys collect between the 5 of you 30 tickets by the end of this day, then we will rent a movie and watch a movie when we get where we're going.
And the boys are so competitive that gives them that incentive to do it.
So they're all counting up their tickets like, oh, we're almost to 30, guys. So you can put any kind of incentives with these, but kids really work on competition and incentives, especially boys. It works really well.
Well, and the other added benefit to all this stuff that she did was for me, because driving then, you know, in across that part of the country, we went through a lot of storms. We went through a lot of, like, you know, somewhat treacherous weather, and so just to keep my mind focused on the road and not worrying about the noise that's going on behind me, you know, the tiny house driving, I guess.
We're about to drive into this storm. That'll be interesting.
But there's high winds, and we don't know storms out here. And
we're on
I lost our antenna back at Michelle's house, and so I have to make sure that we don't get water into our coach.
Yeah. So we just washed the windows today, and you can see this is just one day of bug guts everywhere. But anyways, here we go. Oh, there's the lightning. So we just drove through a big part of this storm, and here's the bonus. Remember all the nasty window that I just showed you guys? It's clean! Look at that, all the bug guts are gone. Thank you, Rain.
We did see some cool storms that we came through, and
but there has to be an element of peace when you're taking long road trips, when you're driving through even traffic and things like that. There's got to be a way to keep everybody sane.
Right.
So
we wanted to share that with you guys today, just how we do our road tripping, how we do our long road trips. We don't do those as often, but being is that we're somewhat better at this than most because we travel more of these, we figured we'd share some of our tips and tricks with you guys.
Yeah.
But we need to finish out today with our believer bump. Boom!
So today's believer bump is for AK Cannon.
Hello!
AK Cannon says, happy birthday. Glad you got some much needed me time. So neat that you got to meet up with When in Rome. Love those guys. And we really did have such a great time meeting that family. Yes. Hopefully we'll meet up with them again, maybe even in Europe.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be stellar.
They're getting ready to leave for Europe, I think, for a year. And man, we would love to do that. It's totally up to God. If He opens the door, we will jump right through it.
Yeah.
But thank you for your comment. And I did have a wonderful birthday. Me time is so very important. And yeah.
Yeah. So guys, thanks so much for joining our channel. If you are coming over from When in Rome Travels, we're glad to have you here. We are Trent and Siobhan. We have 5 boys. We live full-time in our RV. We travel all across the nation. We sing and we play music. That's mainly what we do. But the vlog is just kind of the journey in between, you know?
The everyday.
The everyday
family
part of
adventure.
It. We're just an everyday family, but we just live our everyday as an adventure. So yeah, we're glad to have you here. If you'd like to be featured on our Believer Bump, all you got to do is click the Believer bell right next to the subscribe button and send us a comment. We'd love to know what you're thinking and ideas that you have for us. We'd love to just have you part of the community. And then for everybody else who's here all the time and watches every time, we would love to have you guys come check out our Patreon page. We just posted our fall schedule out there. It's in Jello right now.
Yeah, so
but it's
there's not any actually dates on it. It's just our route.
It's our route. We have a few dates at the beginning, but for the most part, it's like, here's where we'd like to go. And so if you're in these areas, we would love to see you. Just send us a comment below and say, hey, I'm from this area, and we'll start a conversation with you. We love that. So with that, we'll let you guys go today. And tune in tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to talk about how we met up with a few more subscribers. We've got the second leg of our trip that we wanted to show you guys. And then we've got a lot of cool announcements coming this month as well. So with that, we'll let you guys go. So remember, we can make the world better.
I believe we can.
Bye.